for President Trump, all hell broke loose. I was threatened, called an embarrassment, and asked to resign by my own party. Unfortunately, that's consistent with the Democratic Party and how they view independent thinking black men and women. But I'm here to tell you that black voices are becoming more woke and louder than ever. The Democratic Party has become infected with a pandemic of intolerance, bigotry, socialism, anti-law enforcement bias, and a dangerous tolerance for people who attack others, destroy their property, and terrorize our own communities. That's what this election is all about.
What's up,
and that's why right now, more than ever before, America needs Donald Trump in the Oval Office for another 4 years. God bless you, and vote Donald J. Trump. Thank you.
Because he was tremendous. Without a doubt. Absolutely. So, hello, Adrian and Don.
In 2018, a gunman...
Hello, everybody. Brenda. Janice from California. Hello, Cindy. Excellent.
Life forever.
Belinda from Alaska.
My name is Andrew
Welcome.
Pollock. His name isn't worth...
Let's see. Allison, Amarillo, Texas. Hello. Melissa from Adelaide, South Australia. Welcome. Sherry, yes. RNC is America. Ashley from Illinois. Rick from Minnesota. What's up, Rick? How is it going? Jeanette from New Mexico. Hello, Celeste from Clearwater. Hello. Greta, Minnesota. Dorothy from New Mexico. Let's see. Iowa. Alex, hello. Lisa from Chicago. Welcome. Bev from Melbourne, Australia. Welcome, Bev. Debbie from Arizona. Jacqueline from Melbourne, Australia. Wow. My Australia people, I love it. Gosh, I got to come visit Australia when all this chaos ends. Lenny, New Orleans. Nice. I heard Louisiana's got to be watching out for a little bit here. Athens, Georgia. Miles, welcome. Hello, Norfolk, Nebraska. Dr. Greg, welcome. Good, okay. Kylie from North Dakota. Excellent. Lauren from Massachusetts. I want to work for you after I need to quit my job. Come work for us. We have a lot of fun at the office. Okay. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to get started because I will tell you, I thought I was going to be able to compete this week. Not really compete, but like go toe-to-toe or whatever with this. Not going to happen. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do shows all week, but we're going to do abbreviated shows, okay? Because I actually want you to watch, all right? So, I have it playing over here. Now, I can't, some people are going to ask for me to like put it up and me like show it. And I actually technically can't because it'll get taken down on all platforms because technically I don't have permission to show the feed for anybody because I haven't been given permission. So it is on right now. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do abbreviated shows this week for you guys. So probably 30 minutes or less. I hope that is okay. Don't worry, I'm not going to keep doing that. At the end of the day, guys, I want you watching the RNC because I've watched the first segment up till 9:30, and let me tell you, it's phenomenal. Okay, like actually so far my favorite was the last gentleman who was on, I forget his name, the Democrat that's voting Republican, but also Herschel Walker. I miss Charlie Kirk, but hey, so this is what I'm going to do. We're going to dive through some information tonight. We're going to be fast. I'm going to take you up to about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to do it for the rest of the week because honestly, there's no point in competing. I don't want to compete. They are a wonderful message that I want you watching this because it's patriotic. It's amazing. And let me tell you, this versus the Democratic convention, like even if you were a neutral person and you didn't know who to vote for, all right, the DNC was so down compared. I mean, within the first 15 minutes, this was so patriotic, so America, so freedom. I don't know how you don't know which way to vote. Like, I see this being a landslide. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to dive into some stuff. We're going to do a quick 25 minutes now. We're going to go through stuff really quickly. I'm going to show you some stuff, and then we're going to send you over to the other side so you guys can watch the rest of the night. Because as soon as I'm done, I'm going to watch it as well. And I also do have it up here on my other screen so I can see who's playing. Now, if someone pops up that is really good, I might shoot over to a little bit, but I can't stay on it long because, again, copyright laws, and they will take it off, okay? So, I first want to show you a really cool clip, okay? Really cool clip that I had found that will also probably get me taken down for copyright, but it is what it is. It'll get removed. Let me take you over to when America was great. Here we go.
Wing supporter, I presume, so that's great, is that she purposely wouldn't exactly give me a chance to answer. She was trying to, let's say, spark an emotional response by what she was talking about was slavery, because I guess she feels like, well, since I'm black, I have to relate to slavery, and that's got to be a hot button issue. Never mind the fact that I've never been a slave, don't know anyone, and I'm not a slave, of course. She asked me the question, on my hat, when was America great? I answered it like this. America has been great from the very start because this nation was founded on the principles of freeing us from tyranny. Okay, there was slaves and so forth, but there were a lot of people of all colors, let's say white, in this nation that did not feel like that was correct. And this nation from that time has been moving out of tyranny, from bondage in one way or another, whether it be from Britain or whether it be from slavery as a whole. In case she doesn't know, there was a civil war. And in part, I say in part, a whole lot of white people, if you look at history, died because they wanted this nation and people like myself to be free. I believe that. Wait a minute, let me get myself together.
Get together, you're fine.
Because when you talk about this country, I do love the country. Because this nation gives you the right to move yourself up out of any poor, bad position that you're in like no other nation. While some nations might step on you and say, hey, you're going to stay like that, or they have the classism, we don't. What she's saying about this nation's horrible, basically saying, oh, it's just full of racists, and I should be stupid enough to believe that when I'm sitting right here and see people who are nice of all colors, that do things, work together, and this fool wants to take us back to a time when everyone hates each other.
Okay, so I wanted to show you that because of, obviously, tonight. This is what this is. This might actually be the last election. This might actually be the last. Why do I say that? Why do I say it could be the last election? I say it could be the last election because after this is over, first of all, you have to win the election. There is no choice here. I mean, you can have a choice. You can pick left or right, whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, there is no choice. You have one shot at this. This is freedom versus tyranny. If the liberals are put in control, America is over, folks. This is their final shot. All right, America will be over. Even if the president does something completely crazy and turns on us after he's elected, it's still a better choice than the BS that you saw last week. Now, I want to take you to the next one, which is completely insane. Let me actually show you the tweet first. Here's the tweet. The tweet is from Representative Doug Collins. Wow, the Speaker of the House of Representatives just called the President of the United States and Republicans in Congress domestic enemies, enemies of the state. Her words are beneath the office of Speaker and she should resign immediately. Now, let me show you her words.
Interfere in our election. But they're not the only ones. We take an oath to protect and defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic. And sadly, the domestic enemies to our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue with their allies in the Congress of the United States. But again, let's just get out there and mobilize, organize, and not let the president deter anybody from voting. And again, support the postal system, which is election central. They're doing everything they can. Suppress the vote with your actions, scare people, intimidate by saying law enforcement will be there, diminish the role of the postal system in all of this. It's really actually shameful. And
she's completely insane. And Doug Collins is right. She should resign. She should get out because she is an absolute and utter train wreck. She should be nowhere near this. And yet she is. Now, let me show you this. This is Paul Pelosi, aka Nancy's husband. He owns Financial Leasing Services, LLC, a San Francisco-based real estate and venture capitalist firm. His net worth is $120 million. Why is this important? His wife, Nancy, sits on the House Appropriations Committee. This committee appropriates funds to the United States Postal Service and others. Why is this important? Easy. She passed a bill to sell off $9 billion, yes, $9 billion with a B, worth of federally owned post office properties and awarded the contract to none other than Financial Leasing Services, LLC, her husband's firm. Why is this important? The commission's rate was set at 9%. That is almost $1 billion contract. If that's not enough, let's look at the new stimulus package. Nancy wants $25 billion in a stimulus package for the Postal Service, where only $1.25 billion goes to making sure voting ballots are legit. The other $23.5 billion is going to upgrading the facilities so they are more attractive potential buyers for her husband's firm, corrupt to the core. This is what they're allowing themselves to do. They're literally screwing you on your funds. Kimberly Guilfoyle is on right now. I will quickly cut to that, even though I can't hear her because I muted her.
In Harris' future for our country, just take a look at California. It is a place of immense wealth, immeasurable innovation, and immaculate environment. And the Democrats turned it into a land of discarded heroin needles in parks, riots in streets, and blackouts in homes. In President Trump's America, we light things up. We don't dim them down. We build things up. We don't burn them down. We kneel in prayer, and we stand for our flag. This election is a battle for the soul of America. Your choice is clear. Do you support the cancel culture, the cosmopolitan elites of Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Joe Biden? who blame America first. Do you think America is to blame? Or do you believe in American greatness? Believe in yourself, in President Trump, in individual and personal responsibility. They want to destroy this country and everything that we have fought for and hold dear. They want to steal your liberty, your freedom. They want to control what you see and think and believe so that they can control how you live. They want to enslave you to the weak, dependent.
I hate taking away from that because she is on fire. However, we're going to continue on. We will get through this. We got about, I'm going to go like another 10 minutes or so. Okay. Somebody said something about Suddenlink. I don't know who Suddenlink is. I will have to look that up. However, so let me take you to this Twitter feed. This is Too Tall RN, who's one of my favorites. She said, is coming out now saying Senator Stabenow is a clone. As more awakened and the vibration rises, humanity will become more accepting of truth. Now, let me show you this video because he actually does say clone. Hold on a second here. Let me show you.
Now, I don't know, she's just a clone for, all she is an automatic vote. Debbie Stabenow. She's been a disaster for Michigan. She's an automatic vote for Schumer. Now, I don't know, she's just a clone for, all she is an automatic vote. Debbie Stabenow. She's been a disaster for Michigan.
He actually called her a clone. Now, I'm not saying, I'm going to go into clone more maybe next week when the convention is over, but he called her a clone. Is Guilfoyle still on fire?
Choose your life and determine your destiny. Don't let the Democrats take you for granted. Don't let them step on you. Let them destroy your families, your lives, and your future. Don't let them kill future generations because they told you and brainwashed you and fed you lies that you weren't good enough. Like my parents, you can achieve your American dream. You can be that shining example to the world. Manifest and be the change in this country that you dream, that you hope, that you believe in. Stand for an American president who is fearless, who believes in you, and who loves this country and will fight for her. President Trump is the leader who will rebuild the promise of America and ensure that every citizen can realize their American dream. Ladies and gentlemen, leaders and fighters for freedom and liberty and the American dream, the best is yet to come.
Now, I don't know why Donald Trump Jr. got divorced from his wife. I have no idea, nor do I care. But he clearly knew what he was doing when he fired up and started dating her. Okay, so next thing I want to show you is, let's see here. Yeah, I gotta like keep this together here. So we have about, I'm gonna give you like 10 minutes, and then we will transfer over to somebody else. Okay. Now we have hurricanes coming. I want to show you some stuff regarding a hurricane because they do know how to steer weather. Now, I don't get paid by this guy, but I actually want to show you this page, okay? Let's see here. This is Mike's weather page. Now, Mike's weather page is very well known down in Florida. He's actually a really good guy, and he basically just loves studying the weather, and he knows how to study weather. And this is his website called Mike's Weather Page Spaghetti Models. Now, if you look down here, you see Marco is coming. Laura is coming. We're actually showing the tracks here. Now, I want to show you something else here, which is very, very fascinating. They're the radars, the infrareds. Okay? The infrareds are right there. This is brewing big time. Now, if these two come together, they would actually connect, which I don't think has ever happened in the history of essentially the country or the world, whatever you want to say. But it's going to be nasty. Now, this one, let me see. Yeah, this one right here. That is the current track. So that's Laura. Excuse me. This is headed right for Louisiana again, meaning they're saying it could be upwards of a grade 4 hurricane. I'm losing my mind on terminology, even though I live in the hurricane state. But this is headed right for them. And again, the problem here, the really big problem here is if this hits Louisiana there, and I believe, is that where I didn't look this up before, but they're below sea level. The water barrier will give again. And this could literally flood out the entire city of New Orleans and a lot of the southern part of Louisiana. So, if this gets to a category 4, why was I saying stage? Category 4 or category 5. This could, the levee. Thank you, Melissa. If this breaks the levee, they're screwed. All right. Now, I don't know if they're going to throw anything at Florida, but obviously we don't want that. But I also don't want Houston. I don't want Louisiana. I don't want New Orleans to get knocked out because they will drive this. Yes, HARP is real. They will drive this right towards where they need to. And trust me, they want to knock things out before an election. This literally, yeah, you're right, Lizette. This will be Katrina all over again, and they could make it worse. And again, if this connects with the other system, and let's see here. I have not been paying a lot of attention to these because they're not going to Florida. I don't think about it. But this is the map right here. If you click on them, they'll come right up. This is called Mike's weather page. It's spaghettimodels.com. He's also on Facebook. Follow his Facebook feed. He does the weather without any drama, okay? So that's what this is. Now, who's up now? I don't know who that is. Okay, so I have a few minutes to finish this off, and then we get to... Okay, I'm gonna finish this off. We're going down into closing time in the last 5 minutes or so, and I want to show you one more thing, okay? Actually, 2 more things. And then I'm going to let you guys go back to the convention. I'm not going to compete with the convention this week. I will do 30-minute shows, as I said in the early part, okay? No worries. I'm going to show you the Trump campaign put out, and I want you guys to go look this up, okay? The Trump campaign put out their second-term agenda, all right? The second-term agenda. Now, I don't love every one of these things, but I think they're also putting it out there just to keep people at peace for optics. Jobs. Create 10 million new jobs in 10 months. Create 1 million new small businesses, and then cut taxes to boost take-home pay and keep jobs in America. Enact fair trade deals that protect American jobs. Made in America tax credits. Expand opportunity zones and continued deregulatory agenda for energy independence. Okay? Anybody asking for Mike's Facebook page, go to Mike's weather page. I think that's all it is, okay? Good. Now, they want to eradicate COVID. No big deal. Don't panic all over vaccine stuff. He's already on that, okay? End the reliance on China, healthcare, education, drain the swamp, pass congressional term limits, okay? And the bureaucratic government bullying of U.S. citizens and small businesses. Education, provide school choice to every child in America. Teach American exceptionalism. There's nothing wrong with that. and keep on going down. He has a lot of great stuff. This is under DonaldJTrump.com, okay? Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is a video. And this is a little crazy to see, but this is real, all right? And I'm going to finish off talking a little bit about David Icke in the last few minutes, okay? So here we go. Let me show you this last piece, and we will finish off the show for tonight. It gets worse. Now I'm laughing, but I will tell you, I'm going to tell you something about this afterwards.
And Philbin.
Okay. That's all I really need to go on with that, okay? So, the reason I wanted to show that, okay. I had David Icke on earlier tonight, right? David Icke. So, let me explain something to you. This is the danger of the Democrat deep state cabal, whatever you want to call it. Okay? So here you go. David Icke talks about some things that people can't handle. I thought he was phenomenal tonight. Absolutely phenomenal. But he talks about some things that people can't handle. Reptilians, Dracos, shape-shifting, you name it. All right? She looked possessed. There actually is a thing called possessed. All right? What happens is a couple things. Hardcore medications, opioids, psychiatric, psychotropic medications. And then, if you get down so low, and David Icke talks about this as well as many other spiritual people, and that is the taking on of spiritual negative energy. Hence, possessed. If you get somebody mentally low enough, her level of consciousness, as David Icke said today, we have this thin line. Hers is 0. The vibration of her being is so low that she will actually take on other people along with the drugging, because I guarantee you she's on drugs. She's on probably a plethora of either street drugs or hardcore pharmaceuticals. And she might be high, yes, I get it. However, behind the scenes, the deep state cabal people are doing the same thing, folks. They're doing the same exact thing. You just don't see it. That is literally lower energy that she pulls in. You can call it woo-woo. You can call it whatever you want, okay? Doesn't matter. David Icke talked about this today. And it was basically, you're not possessed by quote unquote demons per se. You pull in negative energy so low that it actually takes you over and then you act like that. That is not sane. That is not normal. Go re-listen to David Icke. We talked about this exact thing today. That is an unstable individual. Now keep in mind, the cabal deep state, they actually channel that crap. Yeah, oh yeah. They with the things that they do behind the scenes, they actually channel that stuff in, and then they learn how to use it when necessary. You remember when Hillary was doing this thing like that on the camera? Yeah. That's called sucking in energy from other things. And if you go so low in vibration, so low, that stuff can come in on you and you don't even know about it. All right? Okay. I just want to let you know about that. I'm not going to do questions tonight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end right now. We're going to do more this week, and then we'll have normal shows again next week, but I'll be back for 30-minute shows this week, and we're going to go back. I want you guys to go watch the RNC. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have some fun. I hope you all enjoy the abbreviated version tonight. And now you're going to go watch motivation, inspiration. You're going to go watch the American patriotic experience, the energy, the soul of a nation. Let us regain our country back. Dr. Jason Dean, Revolution Network. I love you all. Go serve and help somebody. And now go watch the convention and be motivated to have a beautiful future. Have a wonderful night, guys.